Yeah, it's my first time in a second week, so it's definitely something I wanted to achieve hopefully this year, and didn't have the best start to the year I wanted, but it's why it's a long year. You just got to rebound and take the good with the bad, and hopefully turn it around. Yeah, I think I just was getting in my own way a little bit mentally, and I just needed to play tennis again and not worry about the outside factors and everything. So I think for me, it was just focusing on what I do best on a tennis court, and that's just have fun and play tennis, and that's what I need to focus on. I'll tell you what, I did fair bit of scoreboard watching, unfortunately. It's hard not to. I'll tell people I didn't, but it's hard not to. And I'm serving match point, and Sam wins, and the crowd goes crazy. So I told him he should have just waited like another 30 seconds or something, because then I had to reset. I ended up losing that point, but it is what it is. Sam, I got to watch not much of it, to be honest, because I was playing and everything, and super happy for him. Guy, he deserves it. And hopefully we can just keep pushing each other to bigger and better things. I think he does a lot. Early in the year he came out and was very, didn't do so well in Australia. I won a few matches, made third round at Australia, and then he comes out and the U.S. kind of swing Acapulco and does insanely well, and I didn't win any matches. And you just kind of feed off his energy, just so I'm not always out there alone. I see Sam doing well. I know I can compete with Sam, and hopefully his good vibes kind of. He's a very happy-go-lucky guy, and hopefully his positivity out there, kind of wears off on me as well, and I think vice versa works well for both of us. I think it's going to be exciting. It's won this tournament a few times. I've never played on center or one. I don't know what court we'll be on, but I'm assuming it'll be one of those two, and it's going to be a great experience. I'm going to go out there, thinking I'm going to be the winner. So I have no fear out there, and I'm going to go out there and just try and play my best tennis, and hopefully my plan works. I think it's very good. You got John at the top, who's been a leader for us. You have Jack, who's mid-20s. I'm mid-20s. Sam's 20s. We're all right there. I think we get criticized a bit for not winning slams. Which is fair because back in the day with Connors and McEnroe and Sampras and Agassi and those guys, but I don't know. Somebody's got the numbers, but the last 10 years, there's been 5 guys who have won every one. Give or take 1 or 2. So. Maybe in 30 years, you'll look back at, a guy sitting here, a Serbian guy, thinking, why the drought? Because Novak's gone, and it's going to be the same thing. It's just one of those things. I think it comes in waves, and hopefully we got a lot of good young guys coming up, and hopefully they can push us, and we can help them any way we can.